Guys, welcome to another episode of Ballroom Breakdown. We have Sharna Burgess with us again.
Hey, bestie.
I can't not have you.
I know. I love being here.
It's so good. We are going to be talking about week 5 dedication night. It was a beautiful, tender, sweet night overall.
Yeah. I mean, look, I always love episodes that bring something that's honest and real in the storytelling of it. We're not just watching dance. We're watching people be really vulnerable with something that is a piece of themselves.
Right.
It was always my favorite. We used to call it most memorable year.
Yeah.
Was honestly, I think, where I did some of my best work. Always my favorites to create and definitely my favorites to watch. And
because of the story.
The story,
behind everything.
And you get to know something about them, and then you get to see the pros create this dance that puts that into action. You know, puts it this story into a different storytelling medium, and I love that. So,
look, I'm in two minds about adding the extra person into the dance. I thought at first it's beautiful. I loved watching, Jordan and her dad dance. That was a beautiful moment that really kind of stuck out for me. I feel like her dad had a wonderful time in that moment. There were people that I feel like it was hard because some people weren't as involved, and then you got like a full-on trio situation with Allan, Elaine, and Lisa. Yeah. So for me, I was just like trying to figure out, like, I wanted more dancing of the actual couple.
Same. How would you have played it if you had to? Because we've never done this one. How would you have played it?
Well, it depends who we would have. Like Danielle and Pasha, they clearly had somebody, William, who cannot dance.
Right.
So he was sitting the entire time and not really being fully a part of it, which is fine and totally expected. So it would all depend, but I would not have them in the entire dance. I would not do a trio situation. No.
Yeah.
Because it took away. I did love Allan and Elaine, but I felt like for somebody like her, she's so able, and I would have really have loved to have seen a decent foxtrot from them.
Yeah, because she's so able.
Yeah.
I will commend him on the fact that he taught
Lisa
how to fully dance.
Yeah.
And it was really beautiful seeing their friendship, because I love seeing that between those two women. It's really fun. But yeah, I was watching it like we didn't really get much of Elaine dancing with Allan, and I love watching Elaine do her thing. I agree. I mean, look, I think it's one thing when you have kids and there's a really cute way to play that.
Right.
And it's always probably going to work even if they mess it up because kids. But then there's other situations where I think it was a little more difficult. Like, even to be honest, Jordan and Ezra's, I was like, that dad's in the whole dance.
Yeah, he was walking around the back and coming in from the side.
And I would have loved to have actually seen more dancing from Jordan and Ezra, because I felt like she was doing a pretty good job at it. So, mixed feels on the adding the person in, or at least maybe more guidelines on how much to have them.
Right.
Like just the beginning.
I thought that would have been the same for everybody. But of course you have to take into consideration the ages of the people.
For sure.
And abilities and what they actually want to do. Like Robert's mum, she pretty much came in at the end, maybe did a spin, and then came in for a hug.
Yeah.
Like it was very simple. And I didn't mind that.
No, I didn't mind that.
I
loved that it was a reveal, and the storytelling of Whitney was playing his mum. Right. And so she ended up becoming his mum. Terry ended up on the floor.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was beautiful. I loved that storytelling.
Yeah. I thought the scoring was better.
Scoring was better.
More of a, what can I say? It was like spaced out more, which was nice.
Yeah, because we started hitting 9s. Yeah. So it created more space from the 6.
Right.
Yeah. Were there any shocking moments for you? Was there anything where your like eyebrows fully hit your hairline and you were like, oh my God?
Like in a good way or a bad way?
Either.
I feel like there was some standout moments.
Yeah.
Like Whitney Levitt's husband.
Girl, him crying the whole time had me an absolute mess.
I'm
and
like,
also, man
who
can
are
dance.
you? Yeah, man should be on the show too.
All right, Connor.
I was like, who is he?
Yeah.
Kim Johnson was back.
Kimmy.
We love her.
Did she look
Fellow
so beautiful?
Aussie. She looked gorgeous. I texted her. She looked stunning up there.
Absolutely
so
amazing.
chic and beautiful, and really looked the part. What did you think of her judging?
I thought she did a great job. Look, I think across the board we got a lot less dance critiques from the judges.
Yeah.
And I think it's the sensitivity toward the night, not having a little kid stand there and then negative feedback coming. Like, I understand the sensitivity to that.
Yeah.
You know, and I think we all have to give a little bit of grace to our judges for that in this episode.
Right.
Derek was deep in his daddy feels. Anything that was a daddy-daughter or a child and parent, and he was really having his emotional moments throughout the show, which I thought was beautiful. Like, fatherhood is coming for him very, very quickly, and I think
it's becoming real,
very real. And I think he was just watching some beautiful moments, and it hit home for him.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think I'm getting my period because watching everyone else cry, I started bawling my fucking eyes out.
I know, me too. I was crying in the package when it began.
Yes.
Like, even the opening, shots of everybody.
Tears started to form.
Tears were welling. And
and then, even Dylan's package, and he's just, red eyes the whole time. Like, this sweet little boy. And I was like, I just want to hold his hand. Like, he's just being so cute. I know he's a 33-year-old grown man, but, he just was like a little boy.
But him talking about his sister was so sweet. You can tell how much love he has for her.
Yes.
It was insane.
You see it. I mean, when I was backstage the week before and seeing him with these kids, I had no idea what they were. I thought, nieces, nephews. That's his little sister. And there's such an age gap, but to see that relationship is so beautiful.
It almost looked daddy-daughter.
Yeah.
It looked like he cared for her as a daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think because of his age and maturity, it's just the way the nature of it comes across. He's a protector.
Yeah.
And you can see that in him, how much he adores her. There was some stuff as being a blended family mama myself, like Alex's story and Dylan, getting this sibling and, not knowing how they felt about it. There were so many things that struck my heartstrings too, because of bringing Zane into our family and seeing how the kids fully deeply connect with him and him being that little missing piece. So I was crying in Alex's as well. It was just so many feels for the night.
I loved it. I loved it. I do feel there's a great deep value in having a dedication night, almost memorable year situation, because we get to know the person's background more. They bring in somebody, they're talking about something that has deeply affected them or had a profound experience on their life, on them. And I do look forward to it. As you said before, it's something that is fun to choreograph. For me, I did kind of hope to get the ones that would pull the heartstrings. If someone's like, I just want to talk about how good it was to graduate, and something
that's always harder with the younger ones, for sure.
Yeah. So if you had something really deep and honestly something that affected the celebrities so much, that was something that you could really dig deep on, and it would almost be better because...
Well, it's a massive advantage. I remember back in the day when it was most memorable year and someone would have, their mother that died of an illness and what they meant to them, and then someone else has, it's my 16th birthday.
Yeah,
and you're like, cool. You know what I mean?
Party.
Great. There are stories that begin to get our audience to relate to the person that they're watching and to know a little bit more about them. At the end of the day, it's a dance competition. It's also a popularity contest, and people are looking to connect with these people. People connect with Andy because maybe they see themselves in him, or they want to root for the underdog, or they see themselves in someone. That's only going to come through sharing these stories, not a cha-cha basic.
For sure.
So I love that we get to know them. I definitely prefer when it's... I don't actually mind it being dedication night to a person. I think that's beautiful. I think we played with the having someone come into it. I don't know. I didn't
love it for everybody.
Not for everyone. I think moments were cute.
Yes.
Maybe there are better guidelines that we can do to get more dancing out of it, because I agree with you. I missed that in some of the couples. But how can you be mad at it when maybe were there guidelines, were there not? They're testing out this new concept. You've got to try it out first to know if it works. But I think I like it better when it's dedicated and maybe a small feature.
Yeah. Or that they're in the audience. Yeah. And just do the dance.
Just do the dance. Because we want to watch good dance too. Yeah. No shade on that.
No, but that was what was lacking for me. I'm just like, oh God, they only did sometimes half a dance. Yeah. Out of the minute 30 that you get, they did maybe 45 seconds of the actual dance.
Yeah, agreed.
But
it was good.
No, it's okay for 1 week.
Yeah. No elimination.
I was hoping for an elimination, not
Were
as
you?
terrible thing to say, but just like someone's got to go home.
Such a bitch. Oh my goodness. I was hoping for an elimination. I was hoping for someone to be devastated on dedication night that their dance meant absolutely nothing. Goodbye.
Look, I know why they don't, because it's a sad situation.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I don't know. I'm in two minds about it too.
Oh, I get
because
it. But
like
also
Elaine
like
coming down and speaking at the end with Andy, I mean, that was really sweet moment where they're so elated and so happy that everyone made it through. And I was happy for them too, but I was expecting an elimination.
I mean, if they're going to have team dancers come up, I think strategically they just couldn't because they wouldn't have the numbers. Are team dancers next week?
I thought they were usually week 7.
They're 10 couples now. Or maybe I'm wrong. I figured it was because, they need the even number of couples.
They've done odd before though.
Have they? When did we do odd?
I can't remember the season, but we've definitely done odd.
We've tried all sorts of things.
We've done everything.
We've done it all, Pete. We've done it all.
Should we get stuck into it?
Let's get stuck into it.
Okay. So first up was Andy and Emma, and they had his daughter. She was adorable.
Adorable.
Oh my gosh.
Cordelia, right? Was that her name?
Yeah, I think you're right. 6-6-6-6. I thought the scoring was perfect. I thought everyone was on their mark with that because, people that did more dancing got 7s. So I thought that it was perfect. Perfect. Did you like that?
That was a hard R. Look at you. All right, you American girl.
I'm not going to,
Look at how nice your handwriting is. Oh, my God.
You thought that was nice?
Yeah, that looks beautiful. Mine is absolute scribble. I love that for you.
I can't critique him on his technique. It's just, but I did think he did steps. Backwards and forwards and sides, and they were steps.
He did steps,
Yes,
Pete.
he stepped. Was there
Groundbreaking.
hip action? No. Was there anything?
No.
0.
Did more steps.
But the daughter was so freaking
She was very cute.
Oh, my gosh. But, yeah, I mean, we love him.
Love him.
For being there.
I love him for being him. I think Emma did a great job.
Emma in that dress.
Emma in that dress.
With sparkles on the side of her face.
Didn't she look so cute?
So cute.
I love that. No, I thought it was adorable. I love Andy. What critique is there that we can even get? Timing. He was very, very off time.
Yes, he was rushing.
And so for me, he was actually more like a 4-5 still because he was very, very off time.
Right.
But I totally get why they went 6s. There's a little girl standing right there. She's not going to want to hear a 4.
You get a 4.
You get 4. She'd be devastated. I wouldn't do that to her. Even if I was on the show, I can say that here that I felt like it was a 4-5, but on the show, I'd probably see this little girl and be like 10. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to break her heart.
No.
But I do feel he did more steps. It's just they were all out of time.
I feel it was hard with such a young child too.
Oh, sure.
We love him. We, hope he stays longer and longer.
Absolutely.
I think he will have another week.
Girl, have you seen the voting parties online for him? It's
No.
all young girls. Like I'm talking in
Really?
groups of girls that are in their 20s having voting parties and slumber parties
For Andy.
hanging right next to the TV, waiting to see that Andy gets through. And when they do, they cry.
They cry.
They cry real tears that fall down their face because Andy made it through. It's
Go
spectacular.
you, Andy.
Spectacular.
Emma's doing a fab job. Okay, Whitney and Robert, Contemporary 8999. We knew going into this was going to be a heart-wrenching package. I hated seeing him cry. It was like, I cried. Streaming down at
cried.
home. Yeah.
But I loved it.
I loved it, obviously.
Because I loved, like we were even saying last week, was it, that we're missing some of the real stories in it. And I was like, I want to see Robert struggle. Probably a bit brutal. But like, I don't want to see his heartbreak, but seeing this realness from him and how I can't imagine, my son's 3. He lost his dad at 2. I can't imagine. And he, as a boy losing your dad, I can't imagine what that's like. And then I also can't imagine what it was like for Terry having to step into that role and keeping Steve present in their lives. And you can see the job that she's done because he never left.
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere.
I love that he dedicated it to her.
Same.
I didn't know that was going to happen. I thought it was going to be for his dad, like his sister Bindi did. But I love the take that he had on it because she's the pillar that kept it all going and kept the family together. And losing, your dad at such a young, he wouldn't have the memories up here.
No.
Which is so sad when
He's
I
only
thought
got video.
about that.
Yeah.
Oh, but his dad was so, I mean, luckily they have so many videos because he was on TV. He was famous. So they have everything banked up. But that was hard to watch for sure. And Whitney was crying.
Yeah,
obviously.
Whitney was crying. I mean, how could you not? The first thing I wrote down was I'm already crying. And I think it was in the first 10 seconds of the package. Like it was to know that he was dedicating it to Terry.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, and now being a mum, like it was just beautiful. And I loved that. And they did a great dance. You know, he started to show a little bit more texture in his movement and some of his contractions.
Yeah, he did.
I thought he was super clean. I actually really loved this. I mean, obviously Whitney is a great contemporary dancer. She's great at choreographing it and teaching it. She did a really good job with him on this. I thought he looked strong and clean. He was musical. He was emotional, but it didn't override him.
Yes.
You know, where with some people it's like hard to contain it, so they get a little wobbly and they're not quite as present. I felt like he let the emotion drive him as opposed to control him.
Love that.
And I really enjoyed this performance from them.
I did too. I thought it was really intricate and detailed, you know, with all the different handwork and the arms and stuff like that. I did love that. I thought it was really light on his feet as well. You know, some guys can get really clunky when you take their shoes off and they're walking around like Bigfoot. You know what I mean? I thought that he did a really, really great job at keeping it light.
The floor work was smooth. The barrel roll was great. Like I was very, very impressed with him.
Yeah.
Good
job,
I loved
Robert.
that. Yeah, good job, Robert. It was beautiful.
Beautiful, babes. Next up, Elaine and Allan. They did the foxtrot with 8-7-7-8. I wrote full trio. Full trio
with the friend Lisa.
Was not expecting that.
No.
Funnily enough, I loved it.
Yes.
Again, we just spoke before. I would love to have seen more just Elaine and Allan, but the way that he incorporated Lisa and she could actually do it, and she's probably going to do the show next year.
For sure.
Let's be honest.
100%.
They've probably already booked her.
Yeah. Audition, check.
She's got the job.
Yeah.
No, but I loved it. I think Elaine looks stunning. She really embodied that like Hollywood
she did.
actress, and she looked the part. She did well.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It was a full trio. Again, I'm the same as you. I love what Allan did. I thought he did a great job. I thought the routine was great. I still would have loved to have seen Elaine dance more.
Yeah.
You know, maybe just a little bit less of Elaine and Lisa and a little bit more of Elaine and Allan.
Right.
But I thought it was creative. Again, we're testing out this concept. You know, is it a trio? Is it not? This new way of doing it, or at least I don't think we've ever done this dedication night thing like this before. And he tried it.
Yeah.
You know, and he did a really good job at it. And Elaine did a good job. She does still get her shoulders up in her frame. I'm wondering what that is because it's pretty consistent. There's a postural thing going on for her.
Wait, it's her right shoulder, right?
Well, I actually find
coming in.
Well, yeah, but I actually find it's both. I find her neck shortens a little bit. Like she doesn't stretch and put the heart up to the. She doesn't stretch and put the heart up to the sky. It's more like. She tries to, but it stays in and forward a bit too much.
Her turns though, girl, she can turn. At the beginning, she's like vroom, 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 vroom.
Yeah, beautiful.
You know? Stunning, effortless.
Really great.
Just, she's a performer through and through.
She was a performer. I want to see, but she's been a performer.
Yeah.
And it's been good. What I want to see now is more drive and in her stride. It's sat just a little chill. Dainty.
Yeah.
And I don't believe that it has to stay there. I think she's got more in her as far as driving through her legs and getting more power across the floor. But her performance factor is phenomenal and she's doing a great job.
She is. I hope she stays until the end, honestly.
I do too. It's so hard to know who's going to stay. Honestly, there's like... It could be anyone at this point.
True. Whitney and Mark are the contemporary, and they added in her husband Connor.
Yeah.
9-8-8-8.
Do you know what my opening line was in my notes?
What?
Connor crying is making me cry. Am I getting my period? Check. Literally wrote that in my book.
Yes.
Sorry to mention that twice on
my
your podcast.
God, Connor.
Him crying the whole time.
I'm like, get him on the show.
He did really well.
But like in everything, the lifts up, the way he supported his wife, the way that he actually was acting and emoting in the dance, I was like, wow. He looked very similar to Mark in places. Not just physical appearance, like dark hair, a bit scruffy, whatever.
Yeah.
They looked very similar. So when I saw them together, they looked like a full partnership as well. Like he looked really good, and that man was crying.
crying,
sobbing.
It was so sweet.
Love them.
Like just emotions just pouring out of him, you know.
On the floor at the end.
Yeah, I know.
Just sobbing into her chest like that. I don't think Max would do that.
No, I love that for them. Max would are you kidding?
Max would never do that. Max would cry off stage in a corner by himself.
Yeah. Cry on your chest on national television.
There's no way.
Sweet baby, it's okay. Could you ever imagine? They're there, Maxie. Everything's okay.
Oh my God, no.
Never.
So sweet. I loved it. I really did. Obviously, there's a huge chunk of the side-by-side choreography where
really
she was like a beat off, you know, like it was
in a couple places of that side-by-side.
But
like,
it was so good what she was doing with the wind coming at them, the wind machine and everything. Yeah. I loved the movement. If she was on time, it would have been chef's kiss, you know.
I loved that. I loved the routine. Look, I thought it was beautiful. I loved Mark's creativity with it. But I felt like she was one where the emotion was sort of controlling her a little bit. I didn't feel her as present.
I think you're right.
And the performance didn't feel as strong. And so it all just didn't read as much as I wanted it to.
But do you think that's because of the added person?
Sure,
because
absolutely.
It's like the two
and what
people.
It's about, and he's already emotional. She's probably worrying about him. I think there's so many things to think about.
So many.
I think it was, it's just her significant other. Her best friend is out there with her, and he's also emotional. And so it became something for them instead of for us. And that's great too.
That's so true. It was really for them.
Yeah.
But them describing it, you know, the trying times that they've had in their marriage. I love seeing those comeback stories where it's like they've come back stronger and they've figured out their shit and then they've moved forward and be able to put stuff behind them and put on a good front for the kids. I loved that story.
Yeah.
I really, really loved that for them.
I love the honesty in that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people experience that kind of stuff, and to see them be an example of working through it is really beautiful to see.
Did she say she got married after 4 months?
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, oh my.
I was like,
no
Whitney.
wonder there was stuff you had to work through. You didn't know each other.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah.
Like I thought Max and I were kind of quick. The second time round.
Yeah, but it was your second time round. You guys had been through some stuff.
But we had only been together for a year. Then
First
we broke
time?
up. Yeah, a year, break up for like a year and a half, and then got back together, and then we were engaged within that year. Well, we still didn't know each other that well. We knew we loved each other, but we had a lot of stuff to get to know about
and
each
to
other.
learn.
Yeah.
I mean, even then, I think
Like you and Brian too.
we're still
that
learning
was quite
things.
fast.
Yeah,
You know.
accidentally.
Baby.
Oh, we're pregnant. We definitely wanted to take our time more than life had planned for us. But, you know, we still get to know things about each other. We're constantly learning stuff. And even, it's turning into a whole other podcast, but like even when things are good, we still go check in and have like couples therapy sometimes because it helps you better communicate. And you never know what's going to come and be like, oh, actually, no, let's talk about this. This would be great. And so it really helps us be able to have open communication with each other.
Max was really good with open communication the other night. He went to Vegas, but he checked in with me and he's like, I'm not feeling like you're with me right now, you know? And we had a moment of like, he's like, why am I saying so many likes? Oh, God, that's a bad trait. My mum used to say, Peter, stop saying like.
It's such an American thing, isn't it?
It's so annoying. I have to stop it.
Yeah, like stop it.
Like, come on. It's terrible. Oh my gosh. Anyway, back to the point. It's always good. The communication, if you lack that, which we have at times, and then we get back on the good train, it helps. Oh my God. And I was like, you know, thank you for saying that. You know, I'm going to like, it was a moment of just like, we haven't done date night. We haven't gone out for a second. Like, let's just make it the two of us this weekend, you know, like that type of stuff.
Time
but that
for
was
each
good.
other.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get caught up in life.
So easy with small kids and running businesses.
Exactly. And to forget.
Shit. Yeah. You forget. You know what? This is a whole nother subject, but
Tell me the juicy details.
No, it's not that juicy, but we were in the car. God, it was like not too long ago, and we laughed so hard about one situation, like something that happened to us. We just laughed.
Yeah.
And we turned to each other and we had the same thought. It was, we haven't laughed like that in so long. Like a good belly laugh where we used to crack up about stupid shit. It's because we take on so much serious stuff in life. We have what roles we have with the kids and the activities and the business and stuff like that you forget to laugh. And it's the most simple thing in the world. And it felt so good to laugh with him in a way that we haven't for probably a year or something. I don't know.
I get that.
We have little things that we can
giggles
about.
Giggles and
but
chuckles.
do we have like a full on like, oh my God, that was hilarious laugh? No.
I'm actually trying to figure out when Brian and I had our last full belly laugh.
Yeah.
Which I can't even, probably somewhere around a year. I don't know. That's a very good question. Damn it, Peter. Now I'm going to I'll go home to Brian like, baby, we don't laugh anymore. Oh my God, we don't laugh anymore. We've got to fix this.
It's a thing. You know what you do? You put on a comedy show. That's what we did
we
before.
watch comedy all the time.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
That is good, so good for us.
Yeah. Or
we
go to
that.
a comedy show.
Yes.
Also really good.
Yeah.
Shall we get back to dancing?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, don't be sorry. I love it. I'll do this all day. But the people have tuned in for the ballroom breakdown,
That's
Peter.
true. Ballroom breakdown.
But we can break down our relationships another time for everyone.
Yes. All right. Back to it. Jen, Jan, and Mum. Loved Mum in this. God,
Loved
she's so
Mum.
sweet. They look so similar
Go,
too.
Mum. She's a sweetheart.
They did the Viennese Waltz for 8777. I thought the beginning intro was really great.
Yeah, I loved that.
I loved it. I loved how the camera work was done when he was kind of came up behind her with the arms moving forward. I loved that. I loved that big horizontal lean that he put her into. I thought that looked really strong.
Beautiful.
Overall, it was good. I didn't think it was a wow piece. I didn't think it was like amazing but I thought that it was a good, beautiful sound waltz. Viennese waltz.
Yeah.
You know?
It was... Look, there's just technical stuff in there that was really missing for me. It was a beautiful dance. I really appreciated the opening, like you said. I think the camera work on it was beautiful. I think Jan's vision came to life with that, you know, and I love that happened for him. But as you know, Peterchka,
I know.
there is no bounce and major rise and fall in a Viennese waltz. It's got to glide and go smooth along the floor. And it was very bouncy.
Very bouncy. The frame was off.
The frame got distorted in the pivots.
Yeah.
Pivot! Friends? Are you a Friends fan? No.
No.
You don't know that reference from Friends?
No, I don't.
Other people will absolutely come for you in the comments. How
Please
dare
don't
you?
come for
How
me.
dare you? But the frame got distorted in those pivots and there was just unfortunately some technical aspects that really took me out of how beautifully it started.
I think because he finds it hard to lead in the way of in frame. I felt like when he's in frame, his head isn't in the right spot.
Yeah.
And
which means body isn't in the right spot, legs aren't in the right spot.
Which affects her. But I feel like once he gets our technique of ballroom and like he needs to be solid first before she can ever do her thing.
Yeah.
Once he is, then she can look better too.
I get that. I totally get that. He's learning. Yeah. And I think he's going to be a very, very fast learner.
I think so too.
And he looks great out there and his ideas are great. Did I like the routine? I loved the routine.
I did too.
I thought it was beautiful. I loved there was a big swoop into a big oversway. Gorgeous. And that line was beautiful. There was a lot to love. But then there were, and I think also the danger here with Viennese Waltz and why it got a little awkward for me is Viennese Waltz has like almost like a balance action. But we do it very differently.
Yes.
The stretch and the action is just executed different, even though the foot pattern is the same.
Yeah.
And so I think it was just a confusing foot pattern and movement and motion.
Because people don't know, you still have to stay flat.
Stay flat.
You know, even though you are, it's like the slightest rise.
Sway. It's more sway than it is rise.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Bend to straight.
Yes.
You know, it's not an actual rise up onto the tippy toes.
No. But they're very, very technical things to learn. But I did love the choreography and I did love a lot of parts of the routine. We're just going to work into the technical aspects of it.
Yeah.
You know?
He'll get there.
We'll get there.
Okay, Dylan, Daniela, and his little sister Olivia. God, she's adorable.
So cute.
Oh my gosh, they look very similar.
They do.
I feel like they have the same eyes and nose.
Yeah.
So cute. Here they got 999
Yes.
for contemporary. I thought that he did a fantastic job.
That first pass when he came down the floor with
First
the power
pass?
in his leg.
Oh my God, he matched Daniela.
Yes. And it
Yeah.
was beautiful.
Timing on point.
So strong.
I feel like I got what I was asking for the past couple of weeks
I even
from
saw
him.
dynamics.
No
You know,
dynamics, yeah.
There were dynamics in there and some of the musicality that he hit. I think it was either on words. There was a section they were forward down the floor and past the judges. Anyway, it was beautiful. He had a really great butterfly.
Oh my God, his fan kick?
Yeah. Gorge.
Superb.
Yeah. Gorge. Loved. I really loved the routine from them. I saw so much in there that, I've been asking for.
Mm-hmm.
My only thing I wanted was like a bit more stretch still, and to continue working on the dynamics like he did. But he's getting there.
He is.
I felt like he was getting deep in his plie and into his legs to move, and he was generating power. There was a lot to love. My eyebrows did hit my hairline when I heard 4 9s though. Well, I mean, if I didn't have Botox, but like, yes.
They're staying right there.
Right where they
They're
are. But just
staying put.
imagine that my eyebrows hit my headline.
Would you give it all 8s then?
Yeah, I gave it an 8. I gave it a solid. Well, actually, I think I wrote a 7 because he rushed the music. He
7?
rushed. Stop it. He rushed the music in a little bit. I was in between a 7 and an 8, and I think I landed on an 8 because there was so much in there that was better than his other dances and the power, and it was great. You're looking at me like, okay, calm down.
No. I respect that because there was some timing. I can't remember where it was though.
He rushed a bit. Yeah.
What did I write? One thing, musical timing in the side by side.
Yeah. It was a music. There was something that he rushed. I'm not fully remembering it, but I was like, oh, but it wasn't enough to take away from how much good there was in it.
Absolutely.
And also, like, side note, I feel like when people with dance experiences of their life, when people with dance experience make mistakes, it honestly carries more weight because you expect more from them.
Yeah.
But when a non-dancer rushes the timing a little or makes a mistake, I find it's not that I justify it, but I'm less harsh on it.
They're more prone to making mistakes.
Yeah. And so
one.
a little rushing of the music is like, but he's done a great job. I don't know if that's fair as I'm saying it out loud.
Well, it's also side by side. So they also most of the time can't see the partner.
Yes.
They're either backing them or facing the same direction, so they only have their peripheral vision. So most people go out of time.
Peripheral? How do we say that word?
Peripheral?
Peripheral? Peripheral.
Oh my God.
I love you so much. The
What did I say?
peripheral.
Peripheral?
The peripheral.
What is it?
Peripheral.
Peripheral.
Wait, am I
can't
wrong?
even say it.
Can someone else be in the room?
Oh
my
my
What
God.
is it?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Peripheral. No, this is not a word.
Don't.
Do not say that. Okay, peripheral.
You speak
vision.
good English.
Very
You know
good.
what? It's how Aussies say it, Pete.
True.
What is it? Peripheral.
Peripheral.
Excellent.
You said it.
No, it's peripheral. Peripheral.
Peripheral.
We should move on.
Yes.
Okay.
I freaking was so elated when he got the scores, seeing his face. Did you watch his face when he got 9s?
No, it was, yes, I don't remember.
Oh my God, he was like on top of the world.
Aw.
I was really happy for him. I feel like they had been, I don't know,
He's
had been
working his ass off.
He really is, to get the technique
Yes,
as well. He's not
babe.
just there to like fluff about, like he's
No.
actually learning shit.
The respect to the dance style, to his teacher,
Yeah.
to the show. He's going in, and even though he feels vulnerable and he's a super shy kid, I think you can see that all over him.
Yeah.
He is pushing himself really hard to learn the technique and to get out there and do it. And I think they are both doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah. I think they'll be there at the end.
I think they will be there at the end.
Okay, next up was Ezra, Jordan, and her dad with the Viennese waltz 8888. I loved it. Again, very tender. As I spoke on before, there was a lot with the dad, which I appreciated and loved because I just love daddy-daughter stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
hits home. I love it.
Yes, hits home.
Again, would have liked to have seen more Viennese waltz just with Ezra.
Yeah, more Viennese waltz just with Ezra, and also we didn't hit frame one time. But yes, it's an American.
Not one time?
Not one time. Not with Ezra. Only with Dad.
Huh.
Wait, someone call me out if I'm
Interesting.
lying, but I feel like what I'm remembering, I could only watch it as like once last night, so I didn't get time to
Right.
like go over it. I'm pretty sure it was they were only in shadow or open hold.
Open hold, yeah.
Which,
Okay.
listen, they can do because it's an American smooth style. So strategically, he can choose to not be in frame because their frame is difficult for them.
True.
But I found that they had really great flow and power, and I would have just loved to have seen more from them in that space.
Yeah.
And listen, the daddy-daughter stuff was cute. I actually found it to be a little like stoic too, like they were nervous.
It was. It was
You
in
know.
one place.
Yes.
But that's also because he can't probably do
Oh no, I don't
much.
mean Dad needed to like sweep along the floor, but like it would have been cute to just have it be for a bit,
Not so long.
or you know what? Here's what I would have done. I would have had them not try and do ballroom and have her stand on his toes and rock side to side like a little kid with their dad.
That's cute.
Make it an emotional moment as opposed to trying to get them to dance with each other.
Yeah.
Because it didn't do any
didn't
good
do the
service.
dance
Good
justice.
Justice. Thank you. That's
Yes.
what I'm trying to say.
Because they were sweeping across the floor. Then
Yeah.
she went into static hold and just stood there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it, even
Yeah.
because Dad was nervous and she was probably nervous and all the energy, it's not like and there was real dance in it. I don't think we got the opportunity to see
Yeah.
the warmth and the love there because it was a performance and choreography, you know?
Yeah.
Where I think if it was just a cute moment or a rocking side to side or a standing on the toes, we would have seen a little more softness in it.
I agree. I thought that should have been for everybody.
Yeah.
Just have a moment like a 2 bars of 8
yeah.
and then off.
But again, no shade. They tried it and I
No
think they
shade.
did a great job and I even loved the routine. Just in hindsight, I think I would want across the board,
Across the board, for sure.
like we said, more of the celeb dancing with their partner.
I agree. All right, moving on. Riley, Scott, and Mark, Scott's husband, they did a foxtrot 7878. I love that they're having a baby.
Man, I
a
was crying my eyes out.
that was
Pregnancy, that was
beautiful.
done.
Yeah.
That's a wrap for me.
beautiful moment. I
How
love
did-
that he announced that
How
on the
did
show.
you feel about his dancing with this?
I thought that he did well.
I thought he did really well.
Yes, the ground that he covered,
The ground he covered, absolutely. The power in his legs.
much more power.
Much more. And then did you see him going into his promenade position from up where the singers were and his like stretch all the way out, but like beautifully done, hips, belly button searching for Riley. Like it was
Yeah.
very good.
It was good, but that was, I feel like, wait, was that their first ballroom? I think it was their first ballroom in hold.
Wait, we've seen
They did salsa last
we've
week.
seen cha-cha. We've seen jazz.
Yep. What else? Ooh.
I don't think, maybe. Or it was so early on that he's just grown so much since. But like,
He looked good.
good.
For his frame, he stood up tall. I liked it.
I think he is much better at the ballroom dances than the Latin dances.
I think so too after seeing that,
And
for
I think
sure.
Riley did a great job.
One thing.
Yeah.
I feel like ever so slightly when he was getting into frame, it's a little noodly. Like he just needs to stand and stay.
Oh, he's like a wet noodle.
A little wet noodle.
Oh, gotcha.
But when he got in there, he locked it in.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it just
I
took him
feel
a
that.
couple more seconds. That's what I wrote down. He looked a little noodly.
The one that got me was I didn't notice the wet noodle, but I believe it. It was the end when they went into shadow and they were doing that reverse, like, I don't even know what you call that step. My brain. It got bumpy.
Yeah.
It got rickety. Like
Yeah.
we lost our smoothness there.
It's hard to be smooth in those sometimes.
It's hard to be smooth and,
Yeah.
and go backwards. It's
Yeah.
a different way of moving. But yeah, so I felt like that got a little bit bumpy on their last pass. But overall, this was one of my favorite dances from him.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Him and his husband are so cute.
So cute.
At the beginning,
the way he
him
speaks
singing.
about him.
Oh, so tender.
The way he spoke about him in the skybox,
I
I was like,
know.
Brian, take notes.
Yeah. Yes.
At
Max,
some point
please listen.
At some point we will get married and you'll have to say vows. Take notes. Thank you so much.
I love it.
Matter of
I love
fact,
it.
make friends with Scott. Reach out to him so you can write something. How about Scott sings your vows? You know what I mean? Like, let's do that. Yeah.
Yes. Have we got a wedding coming up?
Oh, God. Yes, at some
Anytime?
point. But,
Yeah.
like, I mean, you'll be the first to know. But it's like, yes, but there's also so much life. I want to have another baby. This next year is stacked full of so much stuff that I can't comprehend it. So I'm hoping to be so many
Maybe
personal plans coming
2027.
out. Yeah, well, by 2027, hopefully the baby's in my arms.
Yes.
So then, we'll snatch it back up as fast as can happen after a second baby.
Snatch it.
And then we'll get married. So I don't know, we're a while away.
Yeah. Okay.
Zane will be 17.
Stop.
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. Danielle, Pasha, and William. God, he's cute. They did the jive 7-7-7-8. I thought that was a really fair score.
Fair score.
Yeah, I thought I would have given them those. I would have given it a 7 for sure.
It was,
A little bit harder on them because the person wasn't involved, I guess, and you do have like an upbeat jive. So it wasn't that sad, somber story that we were getting from a lot of people.
harder to deliver a memorable performance for sure. But
Yeah.
I think, to be
But
honest,
they had Troop too.
They had Troop, which was great for them, but it made headlines. Like the whole paying tribute. Mr. Finney. I never watched the show.
I never did either.
But a lot of people connected to that, and you could see how beautiful that was for her to share and how much it meant. And I loved seeing that. It was, Pasha unfortunately got called out by the judges too, as far as by Carrie-Anne. And it's a fair comment.
I do think that was fair. And a lot of people are giving Carrie-Anne shit.
Which they shouldn't. Listen, people want more dance critique and then they shit on people when they do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't have it both ways.
There was a lot of content in there.
Lot of
Jive content for days.
Yes.
But I agree with the fact that she is the same dancer every single week.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like the outside of her. There's no like high intensity,
Dynamics.
low down dynamics, light and shade. It is the same cute, bubbly, amazing chick,
Yeah, maybe he needs to this week it's this kind of personality and that kind of personality. She's an actress at the end of the day. So maybe there's creating characters for her that have different flavors and energies can give us a little something different every dance. Because yes, it is. We've said this before,
vanilla,
and
yeah.
it was same.
Same. Also, I feel like the hitting the lines, the attack behind the parts that need the attack.
Yeah.
I'm saying the same thing.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what's lacking. Like when
Agreed.
you stick a hold, you stick it and you freaking you stick it like with the arm, the everything. And I feel like
your head sticks it. You know what I mean? Like there is an energy that has to all hit that point and then continue to grow out of it too.
Yeah.
Like it can't just place.
Right. It feels placed everywhere.
Yes. A little.
But
But
we
I love
you.
her.
We love her.
And I love Pash. Like, was her jive good? It was good.
Yeah.
And there was jive content for days. And he's
Yeah.
a wonderful technician. He's a wonderful teacher. I want same thing that we've said and same thing that Carrie-Anne said. People shouldn't give her shade for that. Like we want
it was a
her to
correct
break
comment.
out of the middle of the pack because she is actually so good.
Yeah.
So she needs to figure out, her and Pasha need to figure out what's going to make her stand out.
For sure. I agree. All right, last of the night, Val, Alex, and her sister came in for a contemporary at 8,999, their highest score yet. I know that you loved this one.
I did love this one. This was my favorite.
Tell me why you loved it so much.
Well, there were so many things. It was the being a blended family mama, you know what I mean? But I saw Alex hit some gorgeous lines.
Gorgeous.
She did a beautiful routine, lots of power, lots of dynamics. I felt like it was really connected in this. I just loved the way that Val created it for her and the way that they used her sister in it.
I
thought
agree.
it was a
That was
beautiful
one
balance.
of the best ways
Yes.
to use the extra person.
Beautiful balance.
Yep.
For some reason, even thinking about it now, it makes me feel emotional. Like it was, I connected to it. It was my favorite of the night. And I was shocked that it didn't get the highest score.
Really?
Yeah. For me, I absolutely would have had this content and execution wise above Dylan's for sure.
As the highest of the night.
As the highest of the night.
Good. Okay.
There was my favorite from her. I don't even know what.
No, I thought that people...
Beautiful extension.
You could see
She
her
doesn't need to
coming
stretch
out
her
of her
feet.
shell. Yes. But I love the dynamics of it. I loved her strength in this. I feel like we saw her be strong.
Yeah.
You know, and her jumps, her leaps, she was doing it all by herself.
All by herself.
The side-by-side was amazing. I loved her arabesque line, the first one that she hit.
Beautiful, gorgeous.
Beautiful foot at the end, extension.
Beautiful.
Loved.
Other places' feet definitely need to stretch and point a bit more. Like those, that ankle and toe situation just needs to stretch a bit more. But it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And fluid and in the legs and balanced. She didn't have any balance issues.
No, she was strong.
She was strong. And I felt like it was, as I think it was Bruno said, it was a difficult routine and she did make it look easy. She didn't make it look hard.
No, for sure. It looked effortless, and I liked that they got into it kind of straight away. They weren't like fluffing about doing too much at the beginning. I liked it. They had the moment with the sister, and then they got right into it.
Dance.
And it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was very carefully structured.
Yeah.
It was very well done.
Very well structured.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Loved it. Side by side was on point. Her timing was amazing. She didn't rush it like other people did. So kudos.
It was really good. Definitely a favorite. I was like actually clapping whilst watching. I was like, yay, Alex.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. It's this now. My bad.
Yes. Oh,
No, it's one finger.
Yeah. One finger.
we
We're
go.
just too old to
Learning.
do that stuff.
Listening. Is that what it is? People say listening.
Yeah. What?
We're listening. As in we're learning, we're growing. Is that what it means? I don't know.
It's funny, this season has brought so many new viewers and eyeballs into the show, a very young audience and mostly online people, but it's also brought so much hate. And
the
so
online
many
talk
comments.
is brutal.
It's brutal, and people, it affects people, and I hate that.
Yeah,
for the pros
I think
and
we even saw
celebrities.
Derek attempt to comment on it during the last dance. Didn't he say something about there's been a lot of negativity, and I don't know if he meant to say there's been a lot of negativity tonight or what, but I think the point is across the board, the contestants, the pros and the judges are feeling that, and it is incredibly unfair. Look,
It's not nice.
No, it's not nice. Look, here's the thing. It's a reality show, and so therefore it opens itself up to public opinion.
Yeah.
It opens itself up to people having a thing to say, to rally, to petition, to whatever. So my thing is all opinions are welcome, but all words are not.
Yeah.
And the way that you approach people and say things, there is a kind way to say things and to share your opinion and to agree that other people are going to feel different.
Yeah.
And then there is just straight online bullying.
Hate. Full on hating.
And it's
on
awful.
people.
Like, we love these people.
Yeah.
From the judges' table to those standing on the dance floor and in the, is it called the Skybox now? I don't know what it's called anymore.
I think it is.
So we love all of those people. We've known them for years. I don't like seeing, whether I love their dance or not, I don't like seeing anyone get hate online for their creativity.
Yeah.
No one goes into a week and is like, I'm going to do a shit job.
Yeah. I can't wait to just like fluff about this week. Yeah.
Everyone's giving it their absolute best.
This is the thing though. People don't know how much time goes into each week. They don't.
No.
They just think that we go in, teach for a few hours and go home and rest.
Yeah.
We as the pros have so much more to do. We think about the music. We think about the costumes. We are the celebrity's best friend, therapist, mother at times. You know, we are everything in one. And also, like, you know, if you need to, we're working out choreography on the side, like we're up at all hours trying to make it the best for our celebrities and make them look the best that they can possibly look on that Tuesday night. And for somebody to just come in and just like shit all over everything and like just constantly bully is horrendous.
And it's unfair. It's so interesting. Like, I did a video on TikTok that was in response to another fan that was like, I have a question on how these camera angles are figured out. Why does this person's look different to this person? And so all I did was explain our process, which I think has been said before, but it was amazing how many people were like, wow, I had no idea you were so involved. Of just what it's like. You create the dance, you shoot the wide, but you have the opportunity to say some of the things that you want. You have camera blocking, and that doesn't even talk about the costumes and the edit and the everything else that we go through, then the choreography and the prep.
And the
you're also doing
rounds
group numbers
of choreography. It's not just like we make up a dance and it fits immediately and they can do everything.
No.
You're constantly changing shit daily, which they hate, but you know,
you have to do it.
You
for
have
your
to
celeb.
tailor it.
But it is a whole process, and I think sometimes our newbies that are here and watching the show, and I love the absolute passion that they have for it. There is a long history of this show. There is 20 years of history of people learning and growing and trying things and having had, people are screaming right now online about screaming. People are ranting online about how, Mark always gets the good partners. But once upon a time, they would rage about Val getting the good partners, or they'd rage about Derek getting the good partners, or me or you getting the athletes or the good partners. It's always been someone, but it goes in waves and ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
So there are people that are watching just have to understand everyone on that show has had a long history of great ones, not great ones, of trying things, of failing at things, at learning their craft, at getting better. You're seeing it in some of these pros at the end of 10 years where they've learned how to be great at what they're doing.
Yeah. I think also Mark he's a senior pro.
Girl, wasn't he like season 3 or something around the same time as Max?
A little bit after Max. Yeah, I don't know what season exactly, but he's a senior guy. So he knows the drill. He knows the ropes to pull. Do I think he has an advantage over someone like Ezra? Fuck yeah.
Of course.
Because he's done it for so long and he knows what works on camera, what works with people, how to get people to vote.
Totally.
And I think that that's only something people are going to learn over years of experience.
And then think about the advantage that Ezra has over Mark with his social media presence right now and how good he is at TikTok. Everyone has their things.
Yep.
And everyone has an equal opportunity to learn to be an amazing pro. And I also said this on my TikTok, but when I first joined and I started being a pro, I would watch everything that Derek did. I would watch everything that Mark did, and the way Mark would use camera angles and the way that Derek would change a song. That's where I learned to do it. I would watch Derek change a song and add beats and add music and talk to the MD, and I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
So I did. Everyone has the same opportunity to learn from the people that have been there for a long time on how to be a phenomenal pro. Right. And at the same time, my young ones are coming in with such major social media presence, which is where the show is headed, that's a huge asset for them.
Absolutely. Well,
it all levels out.
Guys, just be freaking nice.
Can we be nicer to each other, or just share your opinions in nicer ways?
You don't have to like it, but
calling for people's heads is unfair.
Off with
this is a fucking dance show. Calm down.
I know, it's a fucking dance show, guys. We're doing cha-chas here.
It is not the Olympics. We are not curing cancer. This is a dance show where people get to go out and just share a part of themselves.
Thank you.
Thank me for being here, goddammit.
I love you. Thank you for being here.
I love
Again,
you.
we'll have you anytime.
Yeah, thank you, Mama. I love being here with you. This is fun.
It's really fun. Team us.
Team us.
All right, guys, please hit the like button and subscribe below. If you have any questions about the cast or anything you really want to talk about, add them in the comments. I'll be back next week with exciting new guests to break down the next episode of Dancing with the Stars. And, of course, every Monday, step into the Penthouse with me for amazing new interviews with reality royalty.